Karoline Leavitt in a Fox and Friends hit yesterday essentially said that Trump really wants to look Putin in the eye. Of course, people will recall that that is something very similar to what George W. Bush said. What is the historical significance of that? Of course, that line became sort of an albatross on Bush's neck. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's just a young and fairly effective press secretary delivering a line, maybe not thinking of the historical context there and the parallels that would be drawn when you talk about sitting across from Vladimir Putin and looking into his eyes. I think George W. Bush talked about seeing into his soul when he professed that Putin was, going to be a willing and reliable partner for the United States during his term. A lot of presidents have gotten Vladimir Putin wrong. Trump has for a long time insisted that, he and Putin get along very well. We all know the lines, that they have a good relationship. And it's really only been in the last few months that because of Putin's obstinance and his unwillingness to really even humor Trump's efforts at diplomacy and ending the war, his escalation of the bombardment of Ukrainian cities, the civilian casualties, it's really made Trump upset. He's felt sort of humiliated. He's talked about wanting to end the carnage. There's more carnage. And so he's been pretty blunt in public comments talking about, Putin says one thing on the phone, you have a nice call with him, and then off he goes bombing, and you can't trust him. And so Trump has now said effectively that, he's more skeptical of Vladimir Putin and his, what he says to his face than he ever has been before.